Today, I'm here with Henry Mai. Met Henry Mai probably I would say about 6 years ago. He's one of my investors. He purchases property, sells property on a high level. And I brought him here today on the podcast because he has such an amazing story and so relatable. I love hearing it, and I want to dive right into it. So, Henry, how are you?
Hi, Mark. Thank you for inviting me to come. And I just want to say hi to everyone.
Now, Henry, your story, where are you from?
In Vietnam, Saigon.
Vietnam? Okay.
Yeah,
Saigon.
that's where I was born. And
So let's take. So you were in Vietnam. You came here when you were 15. Did you speak English?
nothing.
Nothing. But you knew hard work.
Yeah, just hard work. Just keep going and keep applying for job. Yeah.
And so in this situation, you had to contribute to the family. Did all the kids, including yourself, they had to work, bring in money to survive, correct?
Yes, only me and my sister because we all enough. We like about 15 and 16. And the rest of my brother is like too young, about 8 or 9, 10 years stay home.
So throughout high school, college, you it sounded like you did majority labor work, right?
Just all the labor work.
Or labor work. Okay, got you. So let's go now, fast forward. After you finish college, what now? What are you doing?
Right after I college, I couldn't find a job. Okay, I couldn't find a job during that time. Okay. And one of my guy asked me, hey, do you want to do the insurance? Yeah,
Okay.
auto and life. And I said, yeah, I joined with him. And after my life turned to another career, become an insurance agent for probably about 8 or 10 years. For
Wow.
8 or 10 years.
8 or 10 years, okay.
Yeah.
Got you. So that's how you built your business. So you went from labor work, as we call white collar work. You started selling insurance, and you concentrated in your community, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So how long did you do that for? 10 years. After that 10 years, what did you go into next?
Okay, I remember one day I don't know whether you remember 2009, 2008. That's where the market cracked, right?
That's where
Real
I
estate.
crashed too. Yes. I crashed too. I crashed in Burned Hard. Yeah. Yes. I do remember that fondly. That was in so before 09, you weren't into real estate, right?
I'm not
You were
into
selling
real estate.
insurance. Okay, got you. I was the one that was in real estate, and I
estate.
lost all my flips. I lost
Is it?
everything. Oh yeah,
Okay.
I lost. It was like it went from Friday, and then Monday it was like poof, like that. Oh, everything gone. Okay, so this is in 09, 010 that you 09 that you started going to City Hall regarding the auctions because there's so many foreclosures, right? So many foreclosures. So were you going to these auctions, were you using your own money or other people's money?
The first deal that I ever done it is I use some of my money and some of my parent money.
Okay.
That they've been saving for us in the whole 10 years since they came from
Okay.
Vietnam
From
over
Vietnam.
here.
Okay.
You know, in Asian, they love to save money. They use very little, they save.
Right.
And one day, during that time, I remember I buying a house for only 250. Doing 10-year insurance agent, I saved like probably 100,000. Then I just go out there and borrow another 150 from my parents.
Gotcha.
I said, that's all you have. They say, hey, Henry, make a wise decision here.
Yeah.
You have my money. You
Love
better
it.
make it.
Yeah.
And from there, just one deal to another deal, just get to another.
Okay.
But believe me, it's hard during that time. Like when you're buying a house in the courtyard, you have to go over there and evict the previous owner out.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is a very sticky situation.
Yeah, and I just learn everything by book. Never
Yeah.
I wish I have a mentor back then, so I can avoid a lot of mistake back then.
Right. So you did insurance, and then in 09, you ventured into real estate without a mentor. You had some of your money, all your parents' savings, pretty much. You used that. You bought your first trustee sale. You didn't know what you were doing.
Yes.
You had no one to guide you. You had to do an eviction, correct? You did it all yourself.
I did it by myself.
Okay. How did that first property turn out for you?
The first property it ended up after I renovate everything, I resell it to my sister-in-law.
Okay. Got you. You resold to yourself. Now, did you do all the work yourself, or did you hire workers, or you did that all yourself?
We hire a worker. We hire a worker, but all the cleanup, demo, and everything, Painting, I do it by myself.
Got you. So you start off, did the one, did another, then you started using other people's money.
Yes.
Did you use your own money, or were you starting using other people's money?
We
to
do
build?
both. We do both. All the both. Yeah, I always put in about 30% of my money in, so I can tell people that, hey, I believe in the system. So
Got you.
this I put in my money. So that means if we win together. If we lose it together.
Got you. Got you. And it's your community, right? That you're
In Asian community.
Asian community. Okay, got you. So at your highest, how many properties were you flipping at one time?
At one time, 60 homes.
60 homes. Now, let's hear this out. Let's hear this out. In 2009, okay, he had one property. He used some of his money, used his parents' life savings. And then you went all the way up to 60 properties. And when was that?
Probably before COVID.
So that was in 19?
19, yes.
2000?
10 years.
So 10 years. He went from one property, only could afford one property, got it up to 60 that he was just doing at one time. Amazing, huh? Now that was 10 years. Now let's talk about COVID. COVID hit. What happened?
COVID hit me tough. I don't know whether, I think probably during that time, I'm too leveraged myself. Everything stopped during that time. All the government stopped.
Yeah.
You cannot do any construction. You cannot do anything. Like, even though you submit to the city, it take them about 7 months later or even a year. But every month during that time, I have to pay mortgage, 500,000 at least. At least 500,000. My expense every month.
Remember, he went through one property in 2009. Now he has expenses of $500,000
Every month.
a month. Not a year, a month.
A month. That's including the interest and including all the labor work and everything. Yeah. And remember, once the city stopped, so all my money stopped. The lender not gonna fund all the construction for you anymore. Remember,
They stopped everything.
They stopped everything.
They did.
Because, and the thing that even during that time, the government not allow you to, even though they only allowed you, or the regular residential, to not to make any payment, right? Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, but in the business side, you still have to continue make a payment for the lender.
Yeah, the homeowners had in COVID had that
COVID.
option. If they couldn't make it, it was called, I think, a forbearance. Forbearance.
Yeah,
is what it's
holding for
called.
another couple
But
months.
when you get an investment loan, a hard money loan, there's no forbearance. You
Forbearance.
need to make that payment.
Imagine doing that day when when everything closed down, right?
Yeah.
You don't know what to do next. You don't know what's going on. Imagine if everybody remember back then, nobody know what to do.
Right.
You don't know when the government gonna reopen. And imagine every month I have to pay almost like 500,000, and I can only last for about 2 or 3 months. That's it. Even though during that time I know all this probably worth a lot more,
Right.
way more. But it's just like I just cannot handle it.
Right. Right. I understand. And remember, we had lunch during COVID. You had your list of properties. You're like, Mark, I need you to sell these properties for me. Do you remember that?
Yes,
You
I
said, I need
remember.
you to sell these properties for me.
And remember, my hand was shaking like this.
Henry couldn't hold a cup because he was shaking so much, and his phone would not stop ringing. And I know it was the creditors. And I know it was like, we had lunch, and his phone was going off the hook. He was like this, like holding his cup. It was like, I really felt, he was like, Mark, here's the properties. You need to get rid of them. And that was that. He goes, you need to sell these properties and just, this is what I owe. This is, just threw it on my lap. And we sold them.
Yeah, we sold some of them.
We sold majority of them.
About
we sold
30 or
majority.
40 of them, I
Yeah,
think.
we sold majority of them. I believe we sold majority of them. Like probably if there were 60, we probably sold 40 of them. We sold majority of them.
Yeah.
But you didn't make any money, right?
I'm losing a lot of money.
You lost a lot of money because you invested in that, the down payment, and then whatever the construction is. Yeah.
And the home is not even finished, so that's why we have to sell really a deep discount.
Right.
Because the reason I want to sell it, because that I want to keep my credit, right? I want to keep my credit, so that's why until now, even though I let all the house go, but I'm still have a good credit with other lenders. So that's why we still able to rebuild it again.
So this happened, but you still kept, and what was important to you was keeping that relationship with your lenders and so
Yes.
forth. So you made sure they got full.
They got full. I call them. I say, hey, I need some time to unloading all this property, and they're okay with it.
Okay.
And finally, after a year later, I am able to unload everything.
Yes, I do.
But also a bad time, after 2 years later, all the real estate going up so high.
Right. But during that that pandemic, when that was happening, we met for lunch. It was a tough situation. So that was in 2020. The pandemic. We're in 2025 now. Where are you now? About 5 years later. Where are you now?
Right now, I'm currently doing about 7 projects right now.
But you rebuild yourself, right?
I rebuild myself. I just restarted from beginning, from nothing, because
You lost everything.
I lost everything.
Everything. He lost everything less than 5 years ago.
Yes.
And now you're rebuilding yourself.
Rebuilding everything again. Yeah, and I'm starting, because the thing that I'm starting calling all my partner that I done it before, and because
Investors and stuff.
yeah,
Okay.
during the hardest time, I don't let them go. I take all my responsibility.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't let them losing anything. So now they come back and just say,
Right.
hey, Henry, redo it again.
It's when I sold these properties, he said, Mark, I need to sell it at a price. I don't care if I lose money, but the investors have to get their money back. And that was his prime concern, is not himself, but the investors that gave him, he wanted them to be whole. That was very important to him. And also the lender, obviously the lender was going to get paid. So he lost everything, keep the relationships, and you doing that is paying dividends now, right?
Yes.
You rebuilt yourself in less than, it's like 4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
Amazing. So now you're doing, now from that time to this time, did you learn from it? Did you learn from your mistakes?
Yes, I do learn from mistake a lot. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not holding too many property right now, too.
Right. Okay.
And the thing that I'm really more careful in every project more. I'm pay really attention on every project that I done.
Okay.
Very detailed on everything. Yeah. Before I'm holding too many properties, so I didn't put so much detail on the property that I done.
Right.
So now we put every single detail, and I have so many this strategy for what we're doing right now.
Right. That's just awesome. That's just amazing story. And I'm gonna just give chronological history. He came here, didn't speak English at age 15, went through high school, hustled, went to work right away when he came to this country, and just hustled, and then lost everything, came in and rebuild yourself. Only in America, right?
Yes, only America.
Only in America.
You cannot find anywhere in the world. I think this country is one of the best country in the world. I live in Vietnam. I live in here. It's just amazing. I should travel a lot of country, but I think this is a bad country. I'm so glad that my dad bring me here, and this country allowed me to stay here and live here. Yeah,
it's just amazing how you beat yourself up, lost everything, and now you're rebuilding yourself, and how you did it. Because I was there.
Yeah.
You said, I want to make my investors and everyone whole. I don't care about me. I want to get them whole. That was his exact words. That was amazing. You did it. And I'm proud of you from that point to now, that how you're doing it. And I appreciate you.
I just want to say thank you so much for all the audience. Just keep going. I'm just keep going. Don't worry about so much. Just keep going, working hard, and be integrity, be good, be humble to everyone. And you will be someday, there's always someone who will come and help you out.
Absolutely. And sometimes being born here, I would say we take for granted the opportunities we have. As I said, you didn't speak the language. We speak the language. We're citizens. We have a vast more opportunities than you do. And I will say this, I sell nothing but investment properties, and majority of all my investors are foreign. I don't have any that are American. All of them are not. Their certain work ethic and hustle is unmatched. And I love it. And I love it, and we can learn a lot, from this hustle and how you build yourself up. You get knocked down, but you don't let it hold you down. You come right back up. That's the story, and I love it. Thank you very much. You're not only an investor, you are my friend.
Yeah, I know. Thank you so much, Mark.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. Boom.